News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson celebrating 25 years of commitment to Guam, Micronesia, and the CNMI. Cars Plus, home of Guam's first and only lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit carsplusguam.com for details. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on Primetime, is Guam on track for a May 15th protocol change? Plus, from schools being let out early to businesses closing, an early morning structure fire in Harmon causes quite a stir. And testimony is heard today on a bill that aims to build a healthcare center of excellence, valued at over $1 billion. Nestor Lecanto has a story.
Hafa and good evening. I'm Adriana Cotero. An announcement is expected to be made any day now on the governor's latest strategy to revive tourism. During a press conference 2 weeks ago, the plan was to allow fully vaccinated travelers to completely bypass quarantine, but they must have verification of vaccination. Public Health Chief Medical Officer Dr. Felix Cabrera.
What I can share is that the governor's been very clear that she very much intends to have it take effect on May 15, which will be this Saturday. And so we're on track to doing that in that track.
The governor is expected to provide details of the final plan by the end of the week. Additionally, Public Health has just begun accepting requests for vaccination verifications. You can watch the entire interview with Dr. Cabrera on our Facebook page. He not only discusses the upcoming new quarantine protocols, but also the plans for lowering the eligibility for vaccinations to 12 to 15 years old. Today, President Biden spoke with several governors as his administration rolls out extra efforts to get more Americans vaccinated. According to the latest CDC numbers, 46% of Americans have received at least one dose of the vaccine, with the president pushing towards turning that number into 70% by July. CBS's Skylar Henry reports from the White House.
Journalists weren't allowed in the room as President Biden met virtually with a bipartisan group of state governors to discuss vaccination efforts.
I am optimistic. I think we're going to see in the next 3 or 4 years the ability to provide access to and uptake of significant additional health care initiatives.
The Biden administration announced new programs to help get more Americans their COVID shots, including free Uber and Lyft rides to vaccination sites, community college vaccine clinics targeting students, and more funding for community outreach. The president's meeting comes a day after the FDA expanded emergency use authorization for Pfizer's vaccine for Americans 12 to 15 years old, which the drug maker says is 100% effective in that age group. A CDC advisory board will review the data and finalize guidance Wednesday.
Parents who want to protect their children, younger teens who want to get vaccinated, we're a step closer to that goal now.
But as the country prepares to begin vaccinating 17 million more young Americans, over on Capitol Hill, the CDC director faced tough questions about our agency's strict summer camp guidance.
The camp guidance is intended to get our kids to camp and allow them to stay there.
The CDC currently requires mask wearing and maintaining 6 feet distance at all times, even while outdoors, regardless of vaccination status. Skylar Henry reporting for KUAM News.
Despite half of Guam's population being vaccinated against the coronavirus, there has been a decrease of island residents getting immunized by the Guam, but the National Guard hopes that will change soon. KUAM's Isaiah Uggan has this report.
On Wednesday, the Guam National Guard continued their COVID-19 vaccination efforts at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse in collaboration with the Office of the Governor and the Department of Public Health. The clinic offers all CDC-approved COVID vaccines, which are Pfizer, Moderna, and the one-time shot Johnson & Johnson. Joint Task Force 671 Medical Commander Denise Chargaloff said that the vaccine clinic continues to flow smoothly, but the appointment rate is at an all-time low.
Our numbers are actually very, very low. We have about a 20% booking rate. For the rest of the week, it looks the same. So we really encourage all of the public to come on out and get vaccinated.
That percentage would equal to an average of 200 bookings per day. As KUAM reported, numbers continue to drop weekly as Guam reached the governor's Path to Half initiative, or 50% of the island's population vaccinated against the coronavirus. Captain Chargaloff hopes that the clinic gets busier once the CDC greenlights the age eligibility expansion to children 12 to 15 years of age for the COVID vaccine.
Right now, I'm seeing a lot of questions on Eventbrite, because I also run the Eventbrite site, with parents inquiring as to when we're going to start vaccinating the 12 and over. And so we're hoping once that gets approved that we'll start to see some increases in appointments.
Parent of 2 teenagers, Captain Chargaloff weighed in on the FDA approval to immunize 12 to 15-year-olds.
As a parent, I wouldn't miss the opportunity to get my children vaccinated, because, ultimately, the choice is, seeing your child sick in bed with COVID or, seeing them being happy and healthy.
She further stated that her 16-year-old son availed of the vaccine once it was made available to him, and his younger sister will be following in his footsteps.
For the 13-year-old, she is very, very much so wanting to get vaccinated as well as soon as the vaccine becomes available to her.
Chargaloff explained why her daughter wanted to get vaccinated.
My daughter wanted to get vaccinated more so for her peace of mind. I noticed that during the course of the pandemic, she became a little bit more apprehensive about going into the public, and she noticed that, she sees what I do here, and actually she feels like the work is worthwhile.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, Guahusi, Isaiah Uggan.
The Guam Homeless Coalition, along with Public Health, will host their 3rd vaccination drive on Friday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Governor Joseph Flores Beach Park at Ipao. Manelu Executive Director and Chair of the Guam Homeless Coalition, Samantha Taitano.
Since we did provide Pfizer a couple weeks ago during our event at Ipao Beach Park, we will be having it again there at Ipao Beach Park on Friday, May 14th. It's really trying to assist those who are street homeless by helping them get the vaccinations.
Anyone not due for their 2nd dose and would like to get vaccinated can avail of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The coalition has partnered with GRTA to provide transportation to those in need from the Tamuning and Dededo Mayor's office. An early morning fire in the Harmon Industrial Park forces GPD to close down a street, a vehicle registration office to close, and public schools to release students early. Here's more.
At around 4:40 this morning, the 911 dispatch center received a call of a warehouse-type structure fire on Guerrero Street in Harmon. GFD spokesperson Cherika Chargaloff.
Units arrived within about 5 minutes, and that was the first set of units, which was 2 engine companies, a rescue unit, a medic. Shortly thereafter, there was a request for an additional engine company, and then not too long after that, another rescue and another engine company.
The warehouse, which is unoccupied, is a DeWitt Guam building.
They have it under containment, and then they'll begin extinguishment. What's making it difficult is, of course, the contents of the building.
Assisting GFD was a fire truck from Navy. With the extinguishment phase expected to take all day, a call was put out to the businesses and residents in the surrounding area to reduce water usage to augment the need that responders had. Also, as a result of the intense smoke, John F. Kennedy High and Chief Brody Elementary Schools were forced to release students at around 10:30 this morning. According to Chargaloff, there has been no report of injuries. She adds once the blaze is controlled, fire investigators will be dispatched to the scene to begin assessments. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jonagan Charfris.
We should add that GEPA Administrator Walter Leon Guerrero visited the site this afternoon to assist with identifying any environmental concerns that may arise in terms of containing the fire. After former UFC fighter John Tuck allegedly raped a woman behind a chapel in Tumon, he allegedly told her, quote, "No one can know about this due to my work," unquote. It was day 2 of Tuck's trial, which included hours of testimony from the victim.
Because I was scared and nervous and I was in shock.
This is how the 22-year-old female described the emotion she felt after she was allegedly raped by former UFC fighter John Tuck last year.
He picked me up and put me against the wall and started taking off my shorts.
Tuck is on trial facing multiple counts of criminal sexual conduct charges for sexually assaulting the victim in the early morning hours of March 4th, 2020 in Tumon. The victim testified that as she was exiting Jardy's restaurant, Tuck, who she did not know at the time, asked her to go smoke. He grabbed her hand and took her across the parking lot to behind the Weston Chapel and forcefully pushed her up against the wall of the chapel. The victim, who testified that she weighs 83 pounds and stands at 5'2", was unwillingly stuck in the position, being sexually assaulted by Tuck for roughly 15 minutes. And she testified that right after the alleged assault, he said this to her.
He said, "No one can know about this. Do my work."
Further, the victim testified that immediately after she re-entered the restaurant and told her friend of the alleged rape. Both the victim and her friend confronted Tuck and caught it on video.
Why did you feel that you needed to provide this video? Because I didn't know if I was traumatized, and I didn't know if I was going to come back. The reason why you wanted to press charges, was it because you thought maybe he might pay you? No. Did you get any money? No.
That same day, the victim reported the assault to the Guam Police Department and also went to Healing Hearts Crisis Center, where she was assessed, and Dr. William Weir performed a rape kit. Dr. Weir testified as an expert witness in sexual assault and was asked to recall her case.
She reported being assaulted physically. She reported digital penetration of both the vagina and the rectum. And she reported penile penetration of the vagina.
Further, the victim testified that within a couple days after the incident, she got on the next flight back home to the States, as she was only visiting Guam and working as a dancer at Foxy's. She has since been diagnosed with PTSD and severe anxiety.
When I came home from Guam, I immediately started seeing therapists.
We should add that prior to today's witness testimonies, defense counsel Randy Cunliffe requested the court to terminate the video streaming, and Judge Maria Senzon granted the request. Media was only permitted to listen to audio of Tuck's rape trial. In addition, the Superior Court of Guam has barred media from the third floor of the courthouse, where the trial is occurring in the Supreme Court room. Trial resumes tomorrow afternoon. Speaker Therese Terlahi is calling on the Attorney General's office to conduct an investigation into the recent actions by the former administrator of the Chamorro Land Trust Commission. Sabrina Salas-Metanani reports.
It's not the kind of survey the CLTC is tasked to undertake, but it is something the Office of the Attorney General is well versed in doing.
Because they're criminal allegations, yes. So I want him to make a determination, and I think it's appropriate that he does, and that he take appropriate action if he finds that that is indeed forgery.
The call for an investigation and an oversight hearing was prompted by Senator Joanne Brown, who says Jack Hattig's resignation from the CLTC still leaves many unanswered questions. The former administrator came under scrutiny after a land agent accused him of coercion and altering a land report. The board conducted an investigation but didn't release the findings. They did, however, find him unsuitable for the job. Hattig quit and quickly landed a job as a special assistant to the governor.
All I know is we have a land agent that raised the concern that her report and her presentation to the commission was altered by the former administrative director in one particular case, but we don't know if there are other cases.
Hattig is getting paid an annual salary of $70,000 to serve as a special assistant to the governor for capital improvement projects such as the new hospital, a new fisherman's co-op, prison, and a new public health lab.
He's going to be like my project manager kind of thing.
Does he have the experience for that, though?
He has had some experience, yes.
And will help him. Don't worry.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Donkey. Thank you, Donkey.
And I have, so I know exactly what to do.
Testimony was heard today on a bill to build a more than $1 billion healthcare center of excellence. Representatives from the hospital, public health, and behavioral appeared at the public hearing and testified on the measure. Nestor Lecanto has more.
The bill by Senator Joe San Augustine and Vice Speaker Tina Barnes would bring together the major public health care facilities in one state-of-the-art complex. GITA is one of the lead agencies that's been looking into the construction of a new hospital. The proposed legislation provides for a leaseback deal in which the contractor would build and operate the complex. GITA President Melanie Mendiola.
Preliminary estimates, the Army Corps of Engineers provided a number of around $750 million.
For the hospital alone?
For the hospital alone. We've worked with Guam Behavioral and Public Health. There have been no formal numbers thrown out besides estimates 100 to 125 for both, so 200 million. So that's a price tag of about $950.
She says the estimated debt service under a leaseback deal would be around $66 million a year. The bill identifies $35 million in earned income tax reimbursement to help cover that, but they still need to come up with another $31 million a year from the general fund or other sources. Governor Leon Guerrero has said she wants to set aside up to $300 million for a new hospital. Bill author San Augustine suggested another option.
If the governor was to move that money to take care of only public health and behavioral, and we only focus the money for gym aids to build a brand new hospital, we're looking at $750. What would be the annual payment we'd be making? Would we still be within the $35 million a year?
I think we'd be cutting it closer, but I think it can be done.
The bill provides Gita with $1 million to pay for a study of the different financing options. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Stick around for more news here in primetime. You're watching KUAM.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
You may ask yourself, what is a blue raspberry? Or a pink lemon? Or even a strawberry watermelon? But they taste so good in these Minute Maid slushies from McDonald's. Who cares? It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink.
Half a day. As we look ahead to a brighter tomorrow, Matson's commitment to Guam and Micronesia remains stronger than ever. While the world around us is ever changing, what remains unchanged is our commitment to you, our customers, and the island communities we serve. Shipping is what we do best, and serving our community is at the heart of everything we do. But we don't do it alone. This is why we support organizations that make caring for the people and the environment a top priority. We know that many count on Matson's lifeline services in the Pacific, and that's why we continue to work hard to ensure that our shipments remain on time all the time. Matson recently added another Aloha-class vessel to our schedule. We now have two of Matson's largest and fastest ships serving Guam from the U.S. West Coast and Hawaii. With our new state-of-the-art vessels, we stand ready to support the region's economic recovery. Thank you for the privilege of serving you for the last 25 years, and you can count on Matson to be here for the next 25 years and beyond.
While we've all been through a lot over the years,
Typhoons, earthquakes, and now COVID-19.
we've been able to get through these together.
For more than 80 years, Calvo's Insurance has been protecting your homes, your businesses,
And the health of your family.
We are here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
There are better days ahead. Tomorrow's a new day filled with hope and choices.
The possibilities of what we can achieve together are limitless.
Let's continue to work together to ensure a brighter tomorrow for all of us.
Make sure you're connected, the writing's on the wall. Cause if your mind's neglected, stumble you might fall.
Connection is a human necessity, one we need today more than ever. And with the new First Hawaiian Bank mobile app, you can stay just as connected to your finances. And it all starts with yes.
It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
Welcome back. BP Carbolito Elementary School has been the target of a string of break-ins not once, not twice, but 3 times this week. GPD Sergeant Paul Tapal confirmed that just Wednesday about 6 classrooms were vandalized. The GDOE school was also broken into last week. GPD's juvenile investigators have been tracking the events that have transpired with the recent school break-ins at Carbolito Price Elementary and Untalan Middle School. Tapao is pleading with the community that if you see strange activity happening around the school to contact GPD, or if anyone has any information on the break-ins to submit a tip online to GuamCrimeStoppersWeb.com. A man was arrested for allegedly striking a woman known to him with his vehicle. On May 11, GPD officers responded to an aggravated assault complaint by the San Miguel Catholic Church in Talafofo. Upon arrival, they noted a woman being treated by GFD personnel for head injuries. The woman said she was intentionally struck by a white car that was operated by 36-year-old 84 Santier. Witnesses interviewed indicated that the victim was walking toward the church with her daughter and niece when Santier struck her with his car. The victim was transported to Guam Memorial Hospital. Santier was arrested for aggravated assault, use of a deadly weapon in the commission of a felony, child abuse, DWI, family violence, and criminal mischief. He was booked and confined. This morning, MTM's mayor's office distributed free food to his constituents. The mayor's office gave out 420 bags of dry goods, which are provided by the TFAP Food Commodities Program. Each bag had a box of cereal, beans, canned fruit, hazelnuts, vegetable oil, chicken in a can, chicken breast chunks, and 2 pounds of frozen ground beef. 139 bags were distributed to Manamkus within the village.
Bags, and you know what? This is not only for the people that needs it. It's for everybody in the community.
Meanwhile, 95 bags of food commodities will be distributed to the adult daycare tomorrow. Then this week, Friday, TFAP food commodities distributions will continue at the Jotnya Gymnasium via drive-thru. It is set to begin at 10 a.m. and 350 bags will be distributed. Contact your village mayor's office for more details. And with regional headlines, here's KSPN 2 News.
Half a day, Zantiro, Guam. Here's what's making headlines in the CNMI.
Galvin Delon Guerrero clearly has a passion for education. He's better known as Dr. G, who taught a few years at Marianas High School and then spent almost 25 years at Mount Carmel School. Dr. G also served on the Public School System Board of Education for 13 years, 5 of those years being a voting representative and the remaining years as the head of the Private School Coalition. And while wearing several hats, Dr. G still stayed close to the Northern Marianas College.
I also served 5 years on the NMC Board of Regents. When I was working in the governor's office, I was an advisor to the governor who really helped the governor's office on higher education matters with NMC. And then I worked at NMC as the Director of Institutional Effectiveness, where I was also the Accreditation Liaison Officer. And although I've been at Mount Carmel for the past 9 years, I've continued to help NMC teaching classes, providing training to the board, and also providing consultation on accreditation matters. So I've stayed very, very connected to the college for a good, 2 decades, really.
The Board of Regents met on Friday and unanimously voted to offer Dr. G the position to become the new president of NMC. Dr. G states this is something he's been working hard for over the past years.
I actually first applied 10 years ago when I was still working there, but at the time I didn't have my doctorate, and so I decided to pursue my doctorate while I was here at Mount Carmel, and I earned my doctorate by writing a dissertation about one of the programs at NMC. I firmly believe in the power of education to transform lives. And in particular, I believe that higher education can really make a huge difference in people's lives. I think NMC is such a valuable asset to our community, and there are just amazing people up there who are committed and who work hard and who work smart. And I really want the opportunity to work with them and really take NMC's 40-year legacy and build upon that to reach, bigger, bolder, higher level.
The transition from Mount Carmel to NMC will take place over the summer, and Dr. G already has a vision of what he wants to accomplish during his tenure.
First of all, NMC, I think, should move in the direction of being more of a 4-year research institution. So we need to offer more bachelor's programs while continuing to offer associate's programs. But we also need to encourage our faculty to pursue more scholarship and research in this area. When I was writing my dissertation, I realized that there isn't much research done about the Marianas. And we need that research to inform our decision making.
His second goal is to allow businesses to engage more with the college, providing services that is beneficial to the students. For more news, please visit saipantv.com. For KSPN2, I'm Sally Limis.
If you're needing police clearances, crash reports, special event permits, firearms identification, criminal abstract reports, or fingerprinting services. Effective today, the Guam Police Department's Record and Identification section will be open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. According to a release, appointments for first-time applicants for a firearms ID must be made. All requests must be through email at records@gpd.guam.gov or call 475-8500 or 475-8506. All customers entering will be required to wear a mask and will have their temperature checked. Coming up after the break, Dave Delgado with the latest in local sports. You're watching KUAM.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas.
With Prism Home Wi-Fi, I'm not just getting smart Wi-Fi that adapts and delivers consistent speeds that cater to my lifestyle needs. I'm getting peace of mind with real-time online security that monitors every device on my network. Parental controls with the ability to filter age-appropriate content for my child. And with Home Pass, I have full control over my network and so much more. Experience Wi-Fi and beyond with Prism Home Wi-Fi, powered by Plume Home Pass from GTA.
Welcome to your wildest cravings come true, where the abundance of a Chalupa Cravings Box is all yours. Savor this moment of pure Taco Bell bliss, because it won't last forever. It's value beyond belief.
Celebrate Jeep Freedom Days here at Cars Plus. We have great deals across all Jeep models, like the 2021 Jeep Wrangler, the longest-lasting 4x4 SUV brand, or the 2021 Jeep Gladiator, the most capable off-road mid-size pickup truck crafted for adventure. Plus, all vehicles come with Guam's only lifetime powertrain warranty. Call us at 477-7807 or visit carsplusguam.com to get pre-approved online today.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. We get the show started tonight with some ESA Girls High School basketball from GW between the Geckos and St. Paul Warriors. Check it out. It was instant offense last night for the Warriors. St. Paul up 13-1 with 2:47 left in the first quarter. The visiting squad ended the quarter with 5 points coming from the free throw line. Janelise Quintaniza with the assist to a cutting Kat Santos. Quintaniza with another dime to Anea Mudza Romero. Basket's good and one. She picks up three the long way. Pangilinan tries to take it to the rack, gets blocked. Sykes is there picking up the loose ball and goes right up with it. This was her only basket of the game. St. Paul holding on to a double-digit lead to start the third quarter. Almaguera gives it up to Hernandez after drawing the double team. 10 points for Hernandez last night. Quintaniza usually attacking the basket. This time she comes around backside to the corner for the long two. GW volleyball star Tina Tongo dribbles right. Pangilinan with the screen. Floater in the lane drops in for 2 points. G-Dub down but not out. Good defensive stop by Marcus. Pass to Nkenko to Tina Tongo for the shot off the backboard. Quintaniza with one of her four steals starts hustling back down the opposite way. Nice bounce pass to Kelly Panala. Panala finished the game with 11 points. Nkenko came out in the fourth banging out shots from the outside. Deep ball from up top is all net. Mudzy Romero scored 11 points for St. Paul. Rebound off the miss. Santos pull-up jumper from the line is no good. Turnaround shot by Anaya goes in. St. Paul with the win, 72-41. JFK at home against Teason High for their ESA Boys Soccer League game. Islanders scored 6 goals in the first half. Noah Mueller with the header off the corner kick. Mueller again with another goal minutes later off the deflection. One tap, then shoots. Ball goes through for the score, 8-0 JFK. Chris Keto was out there flexing, showing his power. He scores after hitting the bottom corner of the post. Ball goes through for the score, Islanders pick up the W at home 11-0. Tayo Kanikatsu with the hat trick to lead all scorers. Shout out to Caden Rivera from the Ville. Rivera checks in and scores off the assist by Kanikatsu. Congrats to Guam surfer Jared Gogui for winning the Western Surfing Association Open Men's Shortboard title. Gogui beat out 40 other competitors at the comp held in Huntington Beach, California. Jared says it was a tough win after re-injuring his knee prior to the contest. He adds that he was stoked to compete and give his best representing Guam. Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
We're one of 8 U.S. regional fishery councils established under the Magnuson-Stevens Act. The council uses the best available science and local knowledge to develop fishery management plans for over 1.7 million square miles of our productive Pacific waters.
We worked with local scientists and managers to develop an app that captures detailed fishery data.
Accurate CATS data from the fishing community are needed to sustain fish populations.
Take a proactive role in fishery management.
The power of data is in our hands.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
It's the middle of the week, so happy Wednesday birthday to Cheyenne Villanueva. Happy blessed birthday to you, and we are blessed to have you. Please enjoy your special day, and may the Lord bless you with good health and happiness always. Happy birthday to our Queen Mary, Mary Flores, you are getting birthday love from your loving husband, George. Your kids, Lucille, Tina, Vanessa, Jolene, Fuji, your in-laws, your grandkids, and your great-grandkids. Have a wonderful birthday. Happy 13th birthday, Ethan Daniel. We love you so much and hope your day is as awesome as you. With lots of love, says your family. And Sonia Olalia, happy birthday to Jayat. May the dear Lord continue to bless you. Love, Nina, Nana, and the entire Ugin family.
Remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birthday. That's going to do it for us here on Prime Time. Thank you for watching. Have a good night and be safe.
In Full Zoom is presented to you by Calvo Enterprises, Inc.